Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope all of you are doing well. I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for WWE's SummerSlam 2022, which will be airing Saturday, July 30th. And there's about 8 matches on the show. There doesn't seem to be any, kickoff show that could happen at the last minute, but for now, we don't have any kickoff shows. But I'm not going to start in any particular order. It's hard to say what matches are going to go first and what's going to go last. But we have the Mysterios versus the Judgment Day in a no disqualification match. This feud has been pretty boring to say the least. With Finn Balor taking over as I guess not the leader of Judgment Day, since now they do whatever they want. It's just they haven't been really going anywhere with it. I thought maybe Edge would still be the leader if Finn Balor would join, and the group would be pretty decent for the most part, but that has not happened. And there's been talks about Dominic turning heel. I feel like they need to do it, now sooner than later. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with the Judgment Day. They have been picking up the upper hand, and now with Rhea Ripley back, I do believe she's going to get involved. This could also bring Edge, back for his return. There's been videos, throughout Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that have been, playing, and it's been basically him. And I do hope to see Dominic turn heel. I don't think it's going to happen, and I could be wrong, but I do see the Judgment Day picking up the win. We have The Miz versus Logan Paul. The feud's been okay, nothing too special. I really don't know where Tommaso Ciampa fits in. I do feel like Tommaso Ciampa will try to get involved, but there is also that possibility that he could end up turning on The Miz and turning face and give Logan Paul that win. But with Logan Paul picking, or not picking up the win, but with Logan Paul signing a contract deal with WWE, I don't see why they would have him, sign that deal and then win his very first solo pay-per-view match. So I'm going with Logan Paul on this. Next, we have the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch made her debut, or not her debut, but her return last year at SummerSlam and beat Bianca Belair in like a few seconds to win the Raw Women's Championship. And was it the Raw? Yeah, no, it was the SmackDown, I believe. It's one of those titles, but regardless, she lost it. Bianca took almost a year to get that title back. I guess a year, 6 months or so, and then now here we are. I don't see Becky Lynch picking up the win. I feel like that would be a slap in the face, and then of course it would just lead to the same old storyline being recycled over again, and I don't want to see this for the third time or so. So I'm going with Bianca Belair picking up the win. Either that or it's going to lead to a no disqualification, or a disqualification, or it's going to lead to a no contest, which would make better sense on the outcome. We have the SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. I see Liv Morgan picking up the win. The reason for this is I just feel like it would be stupid for her to win. She hasn't even had a real title defense of some sort. And to have Ronda Rousey have a rematch and then pick up the win and retain it, or pick up the win and then win it back, would be just really shitty booking. And it would just feel like Liv Morgan's Money in the Bank win was pointless. I do feel like someone is going to get involved in this. It could be Natalia. Hell, it could be a returning Bailey to be the next contender against Liv Morgan. I mean, so many things can happen, but I see Liv Morgan picking up the win. It only makes sense to give her an opportunity to, retain the title. And I also feel like they either the same with the Bianca Belair. This could end up in, a no contest. Somebody could get disqualified. But yeah, I see, at least Liv Morgan retaining. We have the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus the Street Profits, and we have Jeff Jarrett as the guest referee. This is going to be an interesting match, but what's going to happen is anybody's game. I feel like Jeff Jarrett is going to either cost the Street Profits the win, or he's going to cost the Undisputed Era to lose those titles. One way or another, I feel like Jeff Jarrett's going to play a part in this, whether he's a face or a heel, or he's going to get knocked out. Something's going to happen. But I'm going with the Usos to pick up the win. We have Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. This has been pretty entertaining. Happy Corbin's been getting the upper hand on Pat McAfee, so I'm going with Pat McAfee to pick up the victory. The next match, we have the United States Championship, Bobby Lashley versus Theory. This should be a pretty decent match. I'm expecting more of a squash match. Theory doesn't really need the United States Championship, considering he does have the Money in the Bank, but they could pull a Seth Rollins with this. I don't know. It's hard to say. But with anything, I see Bobby Lashley retaining, and hopefully they'll give somebody else, somebody else will feud with Bobby Lashley for that title. Then we have the Undisputed WWE Championship, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. This should be a really good match, and I mean a really good match. But if anything, a lot of people are going to say, oh, Brock Lesnar is going to win. And he probably will, but this is hard. I feel like it's going to end in a no contest. Only because I feel like if they're going to eventually have Theory cash in, I feel like it's only right for him to cash out on Roman. And of course, you got the Usos who can get involved. So it's really, really hard to pick, but I'm going with Roman Reigns. But then again, we could see Brock Lesnar pick up the win. The Usos and Reigns basically demolish Lesnar and have Theory come in, cash out, and pick the victory up over Lesnar. I mean, that could happen, but I see Roman Reigns picking up the win. So that's my predictions. Just to give you guys a quick recap. I have the Judgment Day over the Mysterios. I have Logan Paul over the Miz. I have Bianca Belair retaining her title over Becky Lynch. I have Liv Morgan retaining her title over Ronda Rousey. I have the Usos retaining their tag team titles against the Street Profits. I have Pat McAfee picking up a win over Happy Corbin. Bobby Lashley retaining and getting the victory over Theory. And I see Roman Reigns retaining his titles and continuing his dominance. So there you have it. Those are my predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2022. Let me know down in the comment section below what your predictions are. Give this video a like. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. We're close to 200 subscribers, only 20 subs away. So let's hit that goal. And until next time, I'll see you in a future video. Peace.